In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how I make my coaching clients over $500,000 every single month and how you can copy me to do the same for your coaching business. So the first phase that you actually want to start is you want to start with the foundation. So what are the foundations? The foundations is your niche, your model, your solution, and then your offer. So a couple examples of niches is you could help traders get funded. You could help graduate students land better jobs. You could help people get into sales. So they are your niches. And then what your model is going to be high ticket info. So you're basically packaging up a course, coaching or group coaching, and you're selling a high ticket product. You can also sell things like masterminds, all of this stuff, anything that you can sell for a high ticket. That's what you want your model to be. And then you want to move on to your solution. So what is your solution? Your solution is basically how you help the student or like the customer get to their desired outcome. So what does that look like? For us, it looked like one-to-one coaching, daily live trading sessions, and also course access. And then our actual offer to the market was we will help you become profitable and get funded in the next 60 days, 100% guaranteed. And if we don't, we will coach you for free. So what your offer could look like if you were, say, working in sales, it could be like, I will help you get a remote sales job in the next 60 days and replace your income 100% guaranteed, something along those lines. And obviously there's loads of different industries like I mentioned earlier. So that's your offer. Once you basically lay out your foundations, you've kind of got everything you need to actually kind of now start the business. So what you now want to do is you want to map out your customer journey. There's a few different ways that you can do this. The way that we actually done it for this client is we was actually running a opt-in funnel. So you could do different types of funnels. You can do free course funnels. We actually run one of them on the side as well. Or you could just run a straight to VSL funnel. You can run a webinar. There are loads of different ways. You just have to kind of work out what's best for your market. But what we decided to do here was we decided to go with an opt-in funnel. So I'm just going to explain that to you now. So what this basically is your customer journey. You can also call it throughput because it's basically a system. All your coaching business is, it is a system. You need a system where you can generate traffic, convert that traffic, and then fulfill and then remarket all of your case studies. So that's all your coaching business needs to be. It is going to be a system. You need SOPs for everything. So I want you to basically look at this like a barrel here. Imagine this as a barrel of water. That's your market. Your market is endless. Obviously, when it gets to a certain point, 8 figures a month, you might have to grow your market a little bit and venture out. But most of you are going to be able to get to 3, 4, 500K a month with your market. So you have your market, and then I want you to basically look at this like a tap, and then the water is basically going all the way through here, all the way through here, all the way through here till you sign a client, and then you fulfill for that client. So what that looks like, obviously you have your market, and now you need to basically get traffic, because there's only 3 things that actually you need to grow a coaching business, and that is traffic. You need to be able to convert that traffic, and then you also need to be able to fulfill for your clients. So traffic is endless. Every single one of you watching this has one of these. If you don't, I don't know how you're watching this. You may be watching it on a laptop, but then you are still out there. So you're able to basically get traffic out there. So what that looks like, traffic is broken down into a few things. You can get traffic through YouTube, like you're watching this video now. You can get traffic from Instagram Reels, TikTok, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, LinkedIn. Traffic is endless. That's why I said everyone can get traffic in the age we are in today, because everyone has one of these. So once you generate traffic within your market, you basically want to hook your market. So what is your hook going to be? Our hook is we will help you become profitable and get funded. So your hook essentially for this offer would have been like, traders, are you fed up of being unprofitable? That's the hook. There's a pain that is going to get someone engaged. And then you basically put your offer. So what is our offer? We will help you implement the Predator blueprint to get funded and become profitable in under 60 days. That's your offer. And then your CTA link is basically a call to action. So what that is, if you're interested, click the link below. It will take you to a short 9-minute video explaining everything in its entirety. So when they click that link below, they will go to an opt-in. What they basically would do is they will give us their details in exchange for some value. So they're going to give us their name, their email, and their phone number in exchange for a video of exactly how our mentorship works and how the blueprint has got previous students in their position to their desired outcome. When they come to this page, they'll watch a VSL. If they then feel like it's a good fit, they will go to a Calendly link where they can schedule a call. If they do schedule a call, that is great. We will then move on to the next process. If they don't schedule a call, where we now have their details, we can retarget them many ways. We can retarget them on ads. We can retarget them with their emails, with their SMS. Every single touch point you think, we can now retarget them. And what we basically want to do is we want to re-hook them. So we want to re-engage them so they eventually end up scheduling that call so we can move into the next process. So once you've got the traffic and you've booked that traffic now into a call, what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to convert that traffic from a call into actually a paying customer. So what that looks like is you confirm the call. So you basically send over all of your pre-call assets, and that is what your pre-call flow is. You're going to send over a video of what for them to expect. You're going to send over your previous client case studies. So when they jump on this call, they're primed and ready to buy. They will then obviously show up for that call, and then the closer will qualify, discover, and pitch, handle the objections if there is any. If your program's good, you shouldn't be getting too many. And then you will take payment, you will set expectations for that customer, and then you will basically move on to your onboarding pack, which is basically an automated onboarding flow that gets them everything they need so you can start fulfilling for the customer. You then go into fulfillment. You have a good fulfillment, you collect case studies, and then you use these case studies and you put that back into the market to generate more traffic. And now that system just goes on rinse and repeat, and you can infinitely scale your coaching business. And then the last thing I want to go over before we jump in is the team infrastructure. So what your team is going to look like is you have the creator, you have the coach, or you have the consultant, and where they spend their time is fulfilling for clients and generating traffic. Once you generate traffic, you then have a phone setter who will call all of your leads to book them in on the calendar if they're qualified. You will have a DM setter who will basically message all of the leads in your inbox to then book them in on the calendar, with what we call a closer who is going to jump on that call and then actually close that deal. And then you want to have a CSM. This is only really needed when you're actually scaling up the business. What a CSM basically does is they look after all the customers, onboard them, make sure they're having a good experience so we don't get things like chargebacks and all of that. And then when you get to a certain point where you just want to fully focus on generating traffic now, you can hire a coach to actually help fulfill on the back end. So they were the first things that I wanted to go over with you guys. But now I'm actually going to go into how you can get traffic, how you can convert traffic, and how you can actually fulfill. So as you can see here, traffic, conversion, delivery. So for this creator, the way that we actually generated a lot of our traffic was through his YouTube channel here. But like I said, there is endless amounts of traffic, so you can generate traffic wherever you want and wherever your market actually sits. So we had a lot of traffic come through our YouTube. But one thing that I personally do not like about organic content is, as you can see here, it is very inconsistent. Some weeks you'll have 11,000 views, then you'll have 16, 27, and then you might have a video that gets 100,000 views and you have a really big month with sales, and then you get another 25k, and then boom, you have a few inconsistent posts and you're only hitting 3 to 5k views, and now your coaching business has gone a little bit stagnant. So how do we combat this? We run paid traffic. Paid traffic simply allows you to put $1 in and get $5 back. So it is basically endless scalability. So as you can see here, we was running paid advertisements for this client, and we basically call out the pain. Like I said, traders, are you fed up with consistently blowing your prop firm challenges? So you could run an ad if you was helping grad students learn better roads. Students, are you finding it difficult to land high-paying investment banking jobs or high-paying tech sales jobs? It is honestly endless. So we run these ads to get traffic. And then we have Instagram and TikTok, where we also post, which generates traffic. So that's the first step of the funnel. You're generating traffic, you have your offer. Now, how do we turn these eyeballs into leads so then we can turn them into paying customers? Well, the way that we do that is through a sales funnel. So the sales funnel that I said we was running was an 8 opt-in funnel. So as you can see here, we simply bring them to a page where it says the new Predator Blueprint. So the Predator Blueprint is like our unique mechanism traders are using to get funded and become profitable. These are the 2 end states that customer wants. And then we also put a time frame on when we're going to get them there. And we also slap the guarantee on it just to make it irresistible, while only trading 45 minutes a day. It's just such an irresistible offer. People are going to opt in because they're interested. They're gauged by your ad. They're gauged by this page. They want to know what's next. So once they hand us over their phone number, email, and their name, we will then send them to this page here, which is a VSL page. So it's simply a page where they're going to watch a 5 to 10 minute video sales letter going through exactly how your program works, what's included, their current pains, their desired situation, and then also the previous case studies that you have to basically future pace them for when they get on this call. Once they watch the VSL, what they'll be able to do is they'll be able to book a strategy session. So before we let them book a strategy session, we want them to answer a few questions for us. So we want to know what their name is again, just so we can check back against the opt-in. We want to know how long they've been trying to do X, so how long they've been trying to trade, how long they've been trying to get a job, how long they've been looking into remote sales. And then we also want to price qualify these guys, because we only want to sell to people who are financially stable enough to actually buy our product. Otherwise, you're not going to get very good customers, and it's only going to be a headache in the long term. So the way that I like to frame it is your success is important to us, which is why we only work with people who are financially stable. Given that it's guaranteed you will get funded and become profitable alongside us, how much can you put towards your education? Say you as sales, given that it's guaranteed you get a remote sales job, how much can you put aside to your education and land in that role? They will then basically answer. If they do qualify for the price, we will let them book a call. If they don't qualify for the price, we'll simply redirect them to another page where they can purchase one of our low ticket products. So after they book a call, what that basically looks like is that fires back into the Calendly booking, and then our closer can see all of the calls, all of the call notes before he jumps on the call. And our appointment setters also call up everyone who doesn't actually schedule a call. So say they don't schedule a call when they come to this page, our appointment setters will call all of these people, qualify them, and then book them on for the call as well. Once they book the call, they get redirected to this page. What this page does, it basically allows us to reconfirm that appointment and prime the prospect before their call, as well as we have email sequences and ads that we run to these guys before their call, so we can nurture them a little bit more. But here we basically want to say, call 4 quick things before your call to make sure it's all confirmed. I want you to go into your inbox, accept that invite. I want you to do X, I want you to do Y before you jump on. Step 2 is watch this short video to understand what's inside the program and how everything works. Just a 4 to 5 minute video explaining everything to kind of expect if they do decide to come into the program. And then what we do is, like I said, these book calls here, we actually get them on a call with a closer. I haven't put the pictures of the prospects on here for privacy reasons, so I've just got a few of my team members on here. But the closer will basically jump on the call and go through what we said earlier. He will qualify, discover, pitch, and then handle objections and take payment. Once he takes payment, we collect payments, so as you can see here. And then we have a month like this where we collect over $120,000 for our client in a single month, which is just great to see. It's life-changing money. But yeah, and then what we do after that is, now you've collected the payment, you've converted that traffic, you now need to fulfill for that client, okay? That client has now paid you money. You need to get them a result. So how do we get that result? So it's different for everyone, and you obviously know how to do that for your industry or your sector. But how we done it for this client is we simply created a trading community course/mentorship. So what that looks like is, once they pay, they'll get instant access to our trading community, and they'll get instant access to our course, so they can start going through the videos, they can start talking to people in the community, getting an understanding of exactly what to do, how everything works. And then what they will basically do then is they will tune in on daily live trading sessions with the coaches every single day, so they can learn and earn at the same time. So they're jumping on these sessions, they're trading with the coaches, they're making profits, they're happy. But when they try to trade on their own, they may be having a few problems. So how do we now resolve that? Well, we have 2 things. We have group coaching and we have one-to-one coaching. Group coaching is actually great. A lot of people downplay group coaching compared to one-to-one. But what's good about group coaching is a lot of people are going to be struggling, like facing the same problems as your customers. So now they can connect and you can educate them all at the same time. And it also creates a bit of competitiveness, because if someone's done X and the other customer hasn't done this, they're going to want to basically get up to speed with their other students. So we have group coaching and we have one-to-one coaching. So that's basically like how our full fulfillment works. Obviously it's a lot more detailed than that, but in this video I just want to give you the brief outline on how you can get traffic, convert that traffic, and fulfill. So once you now fulfill that traffic, if you have a good offer, you should be getting case studies. You should be able to turn these people into happy customers who are now changing their life. And as you can see here, that is exactly what we do. We have pages full of these kind of results. So you got 45K in payouts. I'm pretty sure this guy's actually at 98K now. This guy's making over 10K a month. So you basically want to get these results. And what you now do with these results is you turn these results back all the way over here and you put them back into your traffic and you give it out to the market. You say to the market, look, I'm helping these people do this. They're in the same position as you. I can help you. I've done it for thousands of other people. Why don't you opt in and see what we're about? So that's exactly how I generate my coaching clients over $500,000 every single month, and how you can basically do the same. Obviously, this was very brief and there is a lot more that goes into this. But if you are a coach, creator, or consultant, and you're basically looking to scale your high ticket coaching program, me and my team can come in and we can do this whole process for you. We will help you basically find your niche market. We will help you build out the model. We will help you map out the solution. We will actually create the offer for you. And then we will handle everything from helping you with your marketing, to building out your sales funnels, to actually placing all of your team members. And then we will manage these team members for you, and we will manage the funnel for you and amplify your coaching program with paid ads so you can scale to a consistent 6 figures in monthly revenue. So that's exactly what all I have to say in this video. If you would like to work with me and my team and implement this system for you, done for you, I just want you to click the link below this video. It will take you to a landing page with a few of my case studies and people we have worked with. And there'll also be a calendar link there where you can schedule a one-to-one call with me, where we'll simply just jump on a call and break down your whole coaching business and how you can scale it up.